Okay, so hello everyone, welcome back to my channel David Saptorshi. Okay, so in today's video, this is our second video of our GitHub tutorial playlist. I guess you guys have seen the last video. If you have not seen, I will uh, just go and see the last video in which we learned how you can add your code from VS Code in a GitHub, or how you can create repositories and add files there, upload your code in GitHub. So in today's video, we are going to go a step higher than this. In today's video, we are going to learn how we can clone a repository from GitHub to your VS Code. Okay, so let me start with the work. As I may mentioned in the last day, that for cloning a repository you have two ways. You can use GitHub Desktop as well as Git Bash. So in today's video I am going to use GitHub Desktop. If you want, I can also create another video in which I will show how you can clone a repository using GitHub Desktop, using Git Bash. So starting with the thing, okay, so let me open my VS Code at first. Yeah, let me open the VS Code at first, and my GitHub Desktop also. Okay, so the VS Code is currently opened, and let me open my it's open to lines, and let me open my GitHub Desktop. So I guess my GitHub Desktop is already pre-installed. If you don't have your GitHub Desktop pre-installed, you can simply go to GitHub Desktop and search in Google Chrome, and you can download this version. That download for Windows 64-bit version from Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using. And if you have any other operating system in your setup, you can use that as as you are suitable with it. So my one is already pre-installed, so I'm going to GitHub Desktop at first. You can see my VS Code is completely empty right at this point, and let me open my GitHub Desktop. So yeah, the GitHub Desktop is already open. So let me create a new file. Okay, I don't need to create a new file at first. So I'm going to say what we're going to do. Okay, so for this reason, just go to Google Chrome. At first, you need to go to Google Chrome. We're going to Google Chrome, search for GitHub, because I'm cloning a repository which is already present in my GitHub desktop. You can clone a repository from anyone's profile, whatever you are suitable, or they will provide you with the repository link. After going to the repository link, you can clone a repository. So okay, so my repositories are already here, and let me clone a repository at first. Which repository should I clone? So yeah, let me clone this repository. This is my portfolio repository, and let me clone it. For that reason, you need to open the repository at first, and you can see all the files are uploaded here in the repository. So here you will see a option of code. Click on this code option, and you can see a link is given here. Copy this URL. Okay, after copying this URL, you come back to your GitHub desktop, and after coming to GitHub desktop, select on clone repository. After coming to clone repository, you just select on URL, go to this URL part and paste the link that you just copied right now. Okay, you can see that link is already pasted, and set the local part. Okay, see, just set this local part in a very careful way, because the path you are giving here, this repository will be downloaded in that part, or it will come to that part. So see careful before cloning it. You can also choose a different part if you want. I'm not choosing it. Going to clone in this path only, and just let's start the cloning. So as you can see, the cloning of this repository has already started, and it's a very small repository. It's just content 10 to 15 files, and you can see that the repository is already cloned. You can see easily the repository is already cloned here. This is my summon. You can see there are no changes made. As I've not created not any changes till now. Just fixed origin once more, because you can do this for your own beneficiary, so that if someone has done changes in this time span, you can get that changes in your VS code, and check that this branch is set at the main branch, I will tell about all these things in a later videos how that, because that all these things come in the next one. Okay, so after this you can see your repository has been cloned, and if you open the VS Code right now and select on folder and go to open folder. Okay, so after open folder, you can just go to your desktop and you can see that portfolio, personal portfolio summary. This is my repository is made, and just click on select folder, and you can see, yeah, you can see all the code that were in my GitHub desktop, that were in my GitHub just now, just came into my GitHub VS Code, and just click on any code. Okay, let me just open this index.html file and see. Yeah, see the entire code that was in my GitHub has just came into my VS Code that is in my local storage, and it's done in a very simple way. You can see the entire code is there. The entire code is there. You can also see that index. This is a CSS page, and see the entire code is there. The entire code is there. So yeah, that's very much. You can also go live. You can also check the website is under going correctly or not. Just go live and see. See the website is also live. So this is how you can clone a repository. Coming back to my topic, this is how you can clone a repository through GitHub Desktop. You just need to open a GitHub Desktop. I'm summarizing it. How can you clone it? Just firstly download GitHub Desktop, then open the repository link. If someone is providing with repository link, click on the repository link and clone that repository link. For cloning, you just need to copy the URL from that code part and paste that URL in GitHub Desktop and just start cloning, keeping in mind that you have chosen the right local path, because your GitHub repo will be, or this repository clone would be cloned in that path in which we have chosen. So that's very pretty much about this video. I hope you guys have understood what I just said, and yeah, in the upcoming videos I will going to say you how you can change any code. Like if you're after cloning this repository, if you're going to change any code in it, how you can push that code in GitHub, or how you can commit that code, how fork is done, how if merge is done. All these things are of greater respect. In the upcoming videos, I will show you how you can do this. Okay, that's very pretty much of this video. Hope you have liked the video. If you liked it, kindly share with your friends and kindly like and comment it to my video. Till now, I guess, and also suggest me some way how can I improve how can I improve making these videos. And yeah, till then keep coding, and hope I see you in the next videos, upcoming videos. Okay, so that's pretty much about today. Bye bye.